Charleston Music Hall is reopening this week with a 250 capacity. Today, I talk with Charles Carmody, the executive director of the Music Hall, for this edition of Quintin's Close-Ups. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel and like Quintin's Close-Ups on Facebook. Charles Carmody, welcome back to Quintin's Close-Ups.
Thank you. So great to be back.
Oh, I appreciate it greatly. Obviously, you are the executive director of the Charleston Music Hall, which is right down the street here. And as I was trying to call you a few seconds ago, I noticed obviously that you all will be opening back up on November 12th, but with a 250 capacity. Where are you right now with that?
We're working hard to get ready for reopening. So we are reopening at 250 capacity on Thursday. So we've removed every other row in the orchestra. We're doing, socially distanced signs around the theater. We're doing mobile ordering for concessions, so you can order from your seat. Shows will be a little shorter to keep people in the building a little less time, and masks are required and less seated.
Yes, sir. And I'm going to get back to that in just a second. But obviously, the big news around town is about the Around the Bend series. Obviously, that's a socially distanced outdoor concert series. And I know that's been going on since, obviously mid-October to right now here in November. How has that particular series changed you as an executive director?
I think the Around the Bend is a great example of a team being creative to work through these hard times. I mean, my team came together and worked hard to put together a concept that felt safe, both for the artist, the worker, and the patron. And I'm really proud of the work we've done out there. I mean, we've done 10 shows since October 3rd. We've had zero issues. I mean, everyone's been really kind. Yes. Everyone's been very complimentary. Everyone's felt very safe. And it feels really good to be able to, have my team be able to pivot like that and to come up with something that creative during these crazy times.
And as you mentioned, the 8 different shows, October 3rd to obviously right now, November 14th, this weekend. And obviously includes Shovels and Rope, which I hope to get on Quintin's Close-Ups one day. And of course, the Grammy Award-winning Ranky Tanky. What is the biggest difference between October and right now when you think of those particular shows?
It's been interesting. So one thing I think people have come to multiple shows, so they kind of know what to expect when they show up. But honestly, I mean, it's been consistent through all of them. I mean, everything from the Motown tribute to Aretha tribute to Susto we had Jason Isbell last weekend. It's just been a really lovely experience.
And let me ask just an obvious question. Why the Bend? Why now?
Yeah, the Bend because we needed an outdoor space close to the city that was big enough to put our footprint on. So, I mean, to make these squares, we needed 400 by 400, feet. And then plus we needed a space for the stage, we needed space for parking. So the Bend kind of checked all the boxes for the actual footprint of the space, but it's also just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful space. And the owners are really lovely to work with. So
yes, Susan Pearlstein and those folks. And I know that the Charleston Music Hall, that is, has closed its doors since March and had to postpone and cancel show lineups that had been set up for the remainder of the year. How many of those shows were postponed and how many were actually outright canceled?
At this point, I think almost all of them were canceled. I think there's like 5 shows that are rescheduled for next year. Okay. But due to the uncertainty, most artists wanted to just let's cancel the show, refund the ticket buyer the money, and once we got a better handle on this, we'll come back and put it back on sale. But I mean, we canceled over 100 shows. So,
wow.
Yeah.
And when you do put it back on, obviously for sale, what will be the lineup be like?
Well, I hope. Yeah, that's a great question. We don't know. The uncertainty of knowing when our capacity will increase. It's like walking with one leg. I mean, we don't know what the future holds. So we're taking it a month at a time. I'm programming heavily local and regional stuff, which is great. I've wanted to get to be creative and get the amazing talent around our city into this space and open the doors to locals. And, as I hope this virus gets contained and gets better in 2021, we'll slowly build that capacity up and yeah, hopefully come back with our strong, diverse programming mid 2021.
And what will that programming actually look like in 2021?
Yeah, I don't know yet. I don't know. I mean, that's the question. I mean, I don't. Artists aren't going to tour the same for a few years, so we don't know what tours we're going to get. And yeah, I don't know. All I know is I'm working on January now, and we've got some cool stuff. We've got a magic show we're building. We're building a drag show. Charlton Singleton's going to do a bi-weekly midweek music jam. We're doing Yacht Rock Review. We're doing a bunch of just Fleetwood Mac tributes. So just trying to be creative, get some stuff that makes sense at 250 capacity.
Exactly right. And after evaluating the reopening options, that is, and deciding to hold off a little bit, I know that obviously the Music Hall partnered with the outdoor space, the Bend, as you just mentioned, and most of those shows are still on the docket, as I know. What were the other reopening options that you all evaluate prior to the Bend?
I mean, we have not, like, opening another space, you mean?
Yes, sir. Besides the Bend.
Yeah, I mean, for now, we're just going to focus. Basically, we'll come inside for December, January, and February, and then we'll go back to the Bend in March.
Oh, cool.
And we'll program both the Bend and inside in March.
Oh, great to hear. And I know that you just mentioned this too, obviously, quote, we will be working more with the local and regional acts as well as producing our own shows until the national touring ramps back up in 2021. And let me ask you this, what else do you expect from a local and regional standpoint as far as music?
Well, we're doing, some fun album releases. Like this Thursday, we're doing this band Traveling Kind. We're doing Patrick Davis on Friday. Doing Driving Crying later in the year, or later in the month, November 27, 28. And December is just full of Christmas joy. We're doing Christmas movies and a country Christmas show, a funk Christmas show, a jazz Christmas show. It's, going to be fun. And then in January, February, I'm going to, we'll do everything from hip hop to bluegrass to folk to, whatever we can program that might make sense and selling 250 tickets.
And speaking of selling, you told Channel 4 this about finances. You said this too, it's been very hard. Let me ask you this. What's the biggest difference between March and right now when you think of finances?
I mean, we have no finances. I mean, our job is to put people in a room and entertain them. And we haven't been able to do that since March. So up until the Bend in October, we had made $0 for 6 months. So, and we're not a nonprofit; we're a for-profit. So, there's no donors or benefiters, and so, it's really hard. I mean, I'm amazed we're still open, honestly.
Yeah, thank God you're open. And let me ask you this, hypothetically, how much money would have gotten from a national artist if they were to come to the Charleston Music Hall?
It's a good question, and that is, it's all over the map. So it's not like there's one set number. But I will say that, the national artists are what keep us in business. So without their touring, it's very difficult for us to stay open.
And this might be an interesting question too, Charles, but any options for live stream tickets at a discounted price?
We're still trying to figure out the demand for live stream tickets. We're doing it for Jeannie Robertson, who's this comedian, on December 3rd. Sorry. And we've sold 145 live stream tickets at a reduced price, which has been really cool. The problem again is that it costs quite a bit of money to properly film these shows, and so we're afraid that the demand will not even break even on the cost to film them.
Wow.
But hopefully, we will try and do some more live stream stuff, but we're gonna take that slow and just see how these first couple go.
Charles Carmody, thank you so much for your time. And again, welcome back to Quintin's Close-Ups.
I'm so happy to be on Quintin's Close-Ups. It's nice to see your face. It's been so long, and thanks for all you do.
Oh, thank you. You too.